I feel like I've never done more for my child, but I still feel stuck in the same place. A mom mentioned in a phone conversation a few weeks back. That's what she said. And this mom had been to countless doctors and specialists, filled numerous prescriptions, and explored various holistic and biomedical therapies. But nothing seemed to work. And it can be so hard as a parent when you are questioning if there's something you're missing, especially when you are working so hard. Truth is, this mom I talked to isn't alone. So many parents feel this way about getting to the bottom of the child's health struggle. But what if the real key to unlocking optimal potential and healing for your child is not doing more, but prioritizing the order or sequence what you're doing to make the most impact? In fact, when you find the right order of healing that aligns with the exact pathway or sequence of stress that caused them to get sick in the first place, you will make the most impact. And this allows you to do less while accomplishing more. So this video is for parents who feel stuck in an endless cycle of doctor visits, medications, and therapies, yet still struggle to see lasting improvements in the child's health and development. We'll dive into the often overlooked link between the nervous system regulation and overall health, and how prioritizing the right interventions at the right time could be the paradigm shift your family needs to thrive. So, did you know that 2 in 5 children in the United States now suffer from a chronic health condition? Now, that's from allergies and asthma to ADHD and autism. And the rates of pediatric disorders have skyrocketed in recent decades. Despite advances in medicine and an ever-growing array of treatment options, many families find themselves trapped in a frustrating cycle of trial and error, with minimal lasting results. Now, it may sound simple, but accomplishing less is more with your child's health is all about starting with the basics in the beginning developmentally. The sequence of what's happening first can make all the difference as stress accumulates throughout development, physically and emotionally. And this is why we look into the one factor that is often overlooked by most traditional pediatricians and practitioners in your child's healing journey. And that's nervous system regulation and vagus nerve function. Now, the nervous system is the master control of the body, coordinating every major system and keeping everything working in harmony. When the nervous system becomes dysregulated and out of balance, it can wreak havoc on your child's health. Now, this will start shutting down and altering gut function, gross motor coordination, immune system function, and inflammation. And especially your child struggles with sleep, digestion, sensory processing, and behavior issues. So what you can look for, because there are common signs of nervous system dysregulation in kids, and they include sleep disturbances, gut and stomach problems, frequent respiratory and immune challenges, gross and fine motor problems, sensory overload, and behavior problems such as tantrum and meltdowns. So, how can you find out if your child has nervous system dysregulation and vagus nerve dysfunction? Well, the first place to look is within the basics of neurophysiological function: sleeping, eating, digestion, staying healthy, or being able to regulate their emotions, and sensory processing abilities. So if your child struggles in any of these areas, it's a red flag that the nervous system may be out of balance. So what causes the nervous system to get so off track and dysregulate in the first place? Well, we find that majority of stress affects kids in a 3-step sequence. First up is a high stress, often high risk, pregnancy and fetal development period. 2, birth inventions and trauma, laser forceps, vacuum extraction, C-sections, induction, breech, cord wrap, etc. And 3, early exposure to antibiotics, other medications, toxins, etc. And when all these challenges accumulate, we call it the perfect storm. And this is why many of the symptoms children experience seem so interconnected. They all start from the same place very early in development. So, how does the nervous system allow you to focus on less while accomplishing more? Well, put simply, the nervous system is the boss. It starts to develop first in utero, and the way it is designed our entire body and overall health to function is that the brain and nervous system must be fully regulated and operational in order for the other vital organs and functions to be as well. So that's gut health, immune system function, endocrine and hormonal health, and gross and fine motor development, which are the muscles, are all controlled and coordinated first and foremost by the nervous system. So when the nervous system gets derailed and off track developmentally, so almost everything else downstream. And this is why nearly every child struggling with a chronic neurodevelopment condition, like autism, also struggles with digestive problems, a weakened immune response, gross and fine motor challenges, or sensory processing difficulties. Because a struggling nervous system will compound problems. Now, in contrast, an adaptable and efficient central nervous system allows children to conquer growth and development with ease and not be bogged down by all the external stresses coming at them. That can be from social stress and screen time to the chemicals in the food our kids want to eat. There is no escaping the stress coming at us. Even if we do our absolute best to clean up the environment for our kids, it can be nearly impossible to be perfect from every angle. And I know as parents, we feel like we are working so hard for a child and say yes to anything that looks like it could help. But progress is slow and it's not nearly as efficient or effective as making their own systems more adaptable through a fully regulated and operational nervous system. So, I want to talk about how less is more and how that all works. So, as simple as it sounds, the sequence of things matters most. Each individual form of natural, holistic, integrative care is amazing and it can help when the nervous system is adaptable and resilient. But what if we could unlock something within your child's brain and body to ensure that everything on the natural healing list could work even better? Now that's the power of focusing on the nervous system first. So, the first step is uniquely measuring nervous system function. At Vanilla Chiropractic, we use an incredible piece of technology called neurological insight scans to accurately assess the health and function of the central nervous system. This lets us centralize what can give us the most progress neurologically with the least amount of healing effort. A true batting order of what your child needs first to get the momentum back to their health. Now, if the nervous system is off track and dysregulated, it's easy for parents to question if something is missing, even with all the hard work you're already doing. So if you feel trapped in the cycle of doing more, let's dive deep in the nervous system, allowing you to do less work to accomplish more progress. We are here for you. Please ask that question that's on your mind, DM us or give us a call. We are here to help.